only convicts low-level traffickers are easily replaced and gives disproportionate sentences. BBC 2010. The Transitional Institute and the Washington Office on Latin America say most of those convicted are not high or medium level drug traffickers. Imprisoning minor offenders is useless as they are easily replaced by the bosses at the top. But for most of those locked up, they add prison can destroy their lives. Prison overcrowding is widespread in Latin America, and a study by TNI and WOL that South America countries draws a link between the problem and counter narcotics policies. The drug laws impose penalties disproportionate to many of the drug offenses committed, do not give sufficient consideration to the use of alternative sanction and promote the excessive use of preventive detention. Okay. Anti-drug policies in Bolivia and Peru are ineffective. Increase in cocoa production. Mexico drug cartel violence proves policies are failing. Walser, senior policy analyst at Heritage Foundation 2009. On the other hand, the picture elsewhere is not as rosy. Coca production appears to be on the rise in Bolivia and Peru. Earlier this year, Washington was deluged with anxious expressions of concern regarding the threat Mexico drug cartels pose to the stability of our closest neighbor. The names of dreaded and emboldened drug organizations and the Gulf and Sinaloa cartels, La Familia Mexicana, and the legal drug soldiers, Los Zetas, have become far too familiar to the public in the U.S. Ciudad Juarez, across from El Paso, has become the epicenter for Mexico's narco crime. Central American anti-drug policies face numerous obstacles: lack of political will, budget constraints, and corruption. Seal Key, 2012. In contrast to the wide range of programs funded in Mexico, U.S. counter-drug programs in Central America have traditionally focused on interdiction, with some anti-money laundering programs in Panama. Prior to Merida initiative, the vast majority of U.S. counter-drug assistance to Central America had gone to Guatemala and Panama, traditionally the two primary drug transit countries in the region. A 2008 GAO report found that although U.S. assistance had helped Guatemala, Panama, and 6 other transit countries participate in anti-drug operations and prosecute drug-related cases, a lack of political will, budget constraints, and corruption in recipient countries hindered the sustainability of U.S. efforts.
Time. Press fire. Go.
Alright. So, what are your thoughts on this? What?
Go.
Oh.
Don't worry about them.
What are your thoughts on the Asia shifts? What do you mean? Because it says, you said that it policy does more harm than good, but so they will take it out of Latin America, but it will go into Asia. But that was worse. So what are your thoughts on that?
U.S. drug policies does more harm than good in Latin America, right? So it shifts to Asia, but that is worse. So what
Why
are
is
your
it
thoughts on
worse?
because well, I was asking a question, so you can't answer the question.
Why can't I?
You're supposed to answer the question.
No, I'm just saying, why do you think it's worse?
It's harder for me to ask the question.
Yeah, but you asked me the question and I'm replying it with a question.
Being wicked.
Well, Julia, do something.
Go. Somebody ask a question. Jeez.
Recording?
It's worse because it's worse for democracy.
Well, then she's gonna ask, why is it worse for democracy?
Because Asia can't take it.
Because Asia's civil society is less developed and its markets aren't as open.
It's
Okay, thank you.
communism.
Because there's
Yeah,
civil.
okay.
Did you say
My partner is good at answering
What?
What?
What'd you say about me? Why me?
She said you're going to answer it in your speech.
Yes.
Elizabeth, ask a question.
What do you think about, like I talked about the criminalization in America that it leads to problems in prison, like overcrowding and
Well, they imprison the people that. What do you mean of yet? It's random. So they imprison the people who are drug offenders. Yeah. Because they did illegal action.
Time.